Good morning. Today is Tuesday, June 11th. We're here practicing at Furman Park for the Michael Chang tournament in July. Here's Kim. She is my doubles partner, and we're playing in the 4-5 mixed division. Tournament is in about 1.5 months, and we're going to try this warm-up that we saw on Instagram that Iga Swiatek does. I think it's called the bow tie warm-up, where you hit crosses and then your partner does down the lines. And then we're also going to do this drill where you volley with one hand behind your back to work on your balance or whatnot. So we'll see how it goes.
And then with left hand.
And then left hand only for backhand, but that's just for Kim since she has a two-hander. And I have a one-hander. All right, guys. How's it going? This is my warm-up with my partner Kim as we prepare for the Michael Chang Tennis Classic at the end of July in Irvine, California. Just a little bit about my background, and so you have a better idea of my game style and what I'm doing to prepare. I am a 4.5 NTRP player. Honestly, I'm closer to 5.0 in doubles, and my game style is an all-court, all-around player. I have a lot of shots that are fairly solid, but I don't have an overpowering shot that I can just win points outright just yet. So maybe my forehand is could be considered that way, although I really don't go for huge shots all the time. I just try to play a nice solid match from beginning to end. I would say I have a very high tennis IQ. I play pretty smart shots that are high percentage. I position myself well, and I can anticipate my opponent fairly easily, especially in doubles. Singles is a little more difficult for me, but when I play, I don't have huge overpowering shots. I just play solid from beginning to end. And today we're doing a few warm-ups that we saw from Iga Swiatek, this Instagram reel that showed like 4 or 5 little drills that she did to warm up. And I'm going to be talking about them as my partner and I prepare. My partner, her name is Kim. She played college tennis, and she's a little rusty because she hasn't played in a few years regularly. But today, we're working on our net game, our feel, and a little bit about technical stuff, mainly for footwork. This first drill that we're doing is a volley warm-up drill where we have our left hand behind our back. And the purpose of this is to, one, work on balance, as well as footwork and feel with our volleys. So she has a tendency to switch her grip on her backhand. She prefers to hit sometimes with two-handed backhand, but I was mentioning it's probably going to limit her. So she's working on just having her right hand on the volley, or on the racket, I mean. And yeah, we're just warming up, hitting back and forth, keeping the ball in the air, and moving to that ball, just rallying, and yeah, it helped us getting our feel for the volleys. The next drill that we saw that was done by Iga Swiatek is a one-handed lefty forehand, and this is basically to help with your two-handed right-hand backhand, which Kim has, and for me, I have a one-handed backhand, so it's not super helpful, but I was just doing it for funsies. And the purpose of this is to utilize your left hand a little bit more on that backhand to get a little bit more control on that side, which really just helps driving the ball with that two-handed backhand. So we're basically just playing a little bit mini tennis, getting a feel for that ball. And one of the things that I really suggested Kim to do is to load her left foot. On her two-handed backhand, she tends to cross over with her right foot and hit the ball. So she's not really getting the weight behind her ground strokes that she could have if she were to load that left foot and stay open a little bit longer and then push off that left leg. And as a natural byproduct of pushing off her left, she'll have to step in with her right. But what I see a lot of like 4-0 and lower level players do is they cross over with that right foot on their backhand, so they're not really getting as much power as they could. One thing I really admire about Novak and a lot of those top pros with that two-hander is they can hit that open stance backhand and they slide out with that left foot and still get power off their backhand side because they're really pushing off that left leg of theirs, which was really tricky for me since I have a one-hander. What I want to work on over time is an open stance one-handed backhand when I'm being attacked and pressured by a really strong opponent. I've seen Stan Wawrinka do it. He does it on his return, and every now and then, like, he'll do it during his rallies when he's really in trouble. So that's something that I haven't been able to do or ever worked on, and that's something I want to develop as time gets closer. All right, our third warm-up is called the bow tie warm-up, and this was a really great warm-up. It really got us fatigued and got us moving. What we're supposed to do is one person will hit cross court. So Kim is hitting cross court, and I am hitting down the line. We're playing mini tennis, so we're keeping it only in the service box, but this is a great drill. One, to start moving, but two, it's to help us get our feel and finesse at the net. A lot of times people just bang the ball and hit a ton of topspin, but this is a very good utility drill. And what I mean by that is it's very useful and versatile in playing doubles, because not only does this motion mimic moving the ball around at the net and getting control and pace, but it's very helpful to transition from the back to the net. So I personally love to slice and keep the ball low, because when I get to the net, it forces my opponent to hit up on the ball. So that way when I'm volleying, the ball's coming up and I can put the volley down instead of, if I hit a loopy topspin shot, the ball will bounce high on my opponent and they can smack the shit out of it down towards me. So yeah, this is a great drill for feel at the net, keeping the ball low, and just moving. One thing I noticed is that I had a little bit of trouble getting to that short ball. I tend to reach instead of moving my feet. So I was aware of that after watching this video and doing this drill. So I'm gonna make it a point to move my feet and get to that ball, moving my feet instead of just reaching and not being in a good position. The last warm-up that we did, I don't remember what the name is, but I'm just gonna call it self-volleyball drill for the sake of the video. And it's such a great warm-up. It really helps with a lot of things for your volleys at the net, like your feel and finesse, and putting your hands in a different position, because when you're playing double, sometimes when people crush it at you, you just have to do reactions, and you have to just put your racket into various positions that you're not really thinking technique, you're just trying to get the ball back into the court. So the way you do this drill is you're basically volleying, and the first thing you have to do is hit the ball up to yourself, and then you have to hit it to your partner. And there's variations for this drill, making it easier for some or making it more difficult. And the variations are, you can let the ball bounce, and then when you hit it to yourself, you can let it bounce again, and then you hit it to your partner. You can also hit it on the same side to make it easier. For example, you hit it to yourself with a forehand volley, and then you hit it to your partner with a forehand volley. But if you want to make the drill more difficult, you try to keep the ball in the air as much as possible without letting it bounce. So for example, you hit it to yourself with a forehand volley, and then you hit it to your partner, and they have to hit it to themselves without letting the ball touch the ground. So that's one way to make the drill more difficult. And the hardest variation that I've seen is you hit the ball to yourself on one side, for example, your forehand volley, then you have to move your feet real quick, and then you hit it to your partner with your backhand volley. And they repeat the same, so you can keep the ball in the air to make it more difficult, and you can switch your sides, forehand volley to backhand volley, to make it more challenging as well. This drill is so great. It works on so many things. It works on your racket positioning and your reaction time, as well as moving your feet quickly and getting into a great position. It also helps with ball control, because you have to kind of open your racket face to hit it up to yourself, and then you have to move around it to the side and get your feet loaded and then hit to your partner. And if you're not really great with racket control, when people try to hit it to themselves, it kind of just gets away from them and they're not able to hit it to their partner. So this warm-up was very, very useful in working on a lot of things, and it's one of the drills that I worked on, just playing tennis in high school and early college, that really helped me develop my feel and finesse at the net.
Just finished our practice. Felt like it was pretty productive. We worked a lot on our finesse and our feel at the net with those Iga Swiatek warm-up drills, the one-handed lefty backhand, the bow tie, the one-handed volleys. We also, I worked on my topspin lobs. It's something I never get to work on. I'm usually just playing some doubles, rallying with my friends, but that's a very like selective shot, and I feel like I just need to drill it. So I got to work on that, and did some serves and returns to finish it off.
Yes, all of those and above.
Thanks for your contribution.
Um,
Have you seen this, The Fifth Element?
yes, that's like one of my favorites.
Where he's like, "Cobra, my man."
Yeah, yeah, it's like, come on, my man, come on, my man.
Say a little more than 2 words.
What did he say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dallas. What's the guy's name? Chris Tucker's character? Ruby Rod.
Rod, yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, I love that movie.
There it is.
We should have like a pizza night and watch that movie.
That's probably one of my top 15 movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the fifth element? Love. Oh man, such a classic. Lilu Multipass.
Oh man, I'm fucked up. Those drills are actually really nice.
Oh, that's right.
It's all of the drills were better than just regular. I would just do all of those like normally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really found that drill helpful. I don't know, I call it volleyball drill. Play with yourself drill. You hit yourself, you move. It works. I don't know. I learned a lot from it. I learned how to move my feet,
Yeah.
the finesse, the touch, and then just
The one where you touch it first and then you hit it.
Yes.
Yes. That one is like really good, especially for me who's out of touch.
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
all the
because
volleys.
I feel like it helps with getting yourself in a weird position. Like,
Yeah.
you know, the balls come at you weird, and you just have to put your racket
Yeah.
in a position where you just kind of direct it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's my goats.
So anyways, thanks for watching the video. I hope you found these warm-ups helpful and useful, and hopefully it helps your game improve. And I'll see you guys on the courts